What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, that boy Damo, and I'm back again with another reaction video. Today, we're going to be reacting to Chicago man dies 3 months after getting arrested for shooting his best friend's killer. Shout out to the Family TV, you know what I'm saying? They providing us with this content to react to. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do that for your boy. I ain't going to hold y'all that much longer. Let's get right into the video. Yes, sir.
Nobody wins when the family feels, but my
is being charged with attempted murder for shooting Little Tim. Or should I say Lil Tim? They always get mad at me in the comments.
Man, I don't listen, man. Everybody was shooting each other that night. Y'all want to come back and get this? This man dead. Bond lost his life. Y'all let this man off. Why was y'all even messing with food? That man got a half a head and that's this big. Watermelon on this shit, and y'all want to mess with this man. Man, let that man, y'all would have just, hey listen, if I was the DI, I'd be like, man, look at that man's head, man. Leave that man alone, man.
Bro, obviously trolling, bro. He got to be trolling. I think he talking about King Von Homeboy, the one that got shot in the head. And you know, so he had to have surgery and now his head messed up and everything. Bro, sitting here, King Ller over here trolling that man, that's crazy.
shot fired! Shot fired! Shot fired! We got one man with the gun. Put the gun down! Put the gun corner. And I see the gun in his hand. He just starts shooting into the crowd. At that point, I shoot him.
I just thought it was gonna be a regular day, like it always be. But evidently, things went wrong. He lost his life. Slutty lost his life. And I mean, I guess I'm here to talk about it. A lot of more people say they got shot, but I'm just saying from what I know.
How was Von acting that day? Was he being himself or was he acting abnormal?
Von gonna always be himself, but I don't know. It just seemed like a regular day. I don't know if it seemed like a regular day to him, but I thought it was just gonna be a regular day, but.
Of course, because you never know the day is going to be that you're going to pass away, you feel me? So, of course, naturally, if somebody say they didn't feel like it was going to be, 9 times out of 10, they cap. You feel what I'm saying? Because you never know when it's going to be your last day on this earth, you know what I'm saying? That's why you're supposed to live every day like it's your last. But back to the situation, though, like, it's impossible for you to know. So, of course, you're going to wake up that same day. You're going to wake up, brush your teeth the normal way. You're going to eat your food the normal way. You're going to think it's just a normal day. It so happened to be your last, but you don't know that until it happens, for real. You feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Like, people need to really take that in mind. Like, everybody who passed away, when they woke up that day, they didn't know that day was going to be their last day. You feel what I'm saying? So, don't take for granted the things you know what I'm saying? Don't take for granted the things around you. Don't take for granted the things you love, man. But back to the video, though.
Evidently, it went sideways.
Within the last 24 hours of me doing this video, a Chicago man has lost his life. Nearly 4 years after being one of 6 people shot after a horrific night in Atlanta between 2 groups that allegedly involved each group leader, leaving 1 DOA. But on that night, it wasn't just gunshots from those 2 groups. According to court records, it was more shots coming from local police, the Atlanta Police Department, having 1 officer shoot a man in the head who go by the name of Oblock Louie, leaving him with a permanent dent in his head, having some of his enemies and so-called ops make fun of his condition.
Oblock Louie.
Oh, Louie Mush head, cause that's Marshmallow head on Biddy, King David.
But he got shot in the head.
That's fucked up that you got a disability behind losing your friend. It's insane.
When Von got shot, Louie pulled out a gun and tried to shoot Quando, and the gun jammed, and that's when the shooting started with the police. I don't know whether he doesn't remember or whether he just doesn't want to say what he did that night, just in case he might get charged with something later on.
The police shot him in the head too.
The police shot him, exactly.
So he probably don't want to say nothing that's gonna fuck up his lawsuit money either.
Well, yeah, if he's suing.
You know he's suing, bro. They broke his head or not. The bag dead. You know they need at least $1 million.
But Oblock Louie being shot in the head by the police is no laughing matter. God gave him 4 more years to tell his story, being one of the last man standing. Today we go over that story. We pay our respects and we see what led up to this man being shot by the police. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Now, as mentioned, it seemed his condition allegedly played a role in him losing his life. This is a man who had over 10 surgeries on his head since the shooting. Not to mention, 3 months ago, he was arrested for this shooting, almost 4 years later, for allegedly shooting the man that killed his best friend. But to get to this point, we gotta take it back to the neighborhood that raised Oblock Louie and many others. The famous neighborhood called Oblock, located in Chicago, Illinois, has become the world's most infamous neighborhood since the early 2010s. During the beginning of the drill rap era, as Chief Keef became the face, and the rest was history.
What do you guys want to say to people out there that are curious about Oblock? What it's like growing up here, living here?
You might think it's a bad environment, but it's actually fun down here.
It's a good community?
Yeah. They be trying to do everything they can do to keep us out the streets.
Don't judge a book by its cover. They gonna see the buildings and look, they gonna be like, I ain't going in there, it's bad and that, oh, but then when you come in this bitch, motherfuckers see how we connect and how we be all chilling and shit, motherfucker be wanna hang.
Now since then, more people has met.
I ain't trying to hang at all. I don't want to be nowhere near over there. Y'all can sit up here on this internet and try to fool these people talking about it's good, it's peaceful, it's this and it's that. When we know what really go down. All y'all business has been blasted on the internet, bro. We know what really go down in Oblock, bro. We understand, I understand, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to change the narrative and all that, but bro, let's be for real, bro. Of course, when you in the hood, you get adapted to it. So, of course, that's what they're going to say. It's not that bad. It's not that bad because when you live in that environment, you're going to be numb to some of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're going to adapt to it just by you being in the environment. That's coming from somebody that's from the hood. You feel what I'm saying? So, of course, it's not going to be as bad to them. But if you a suburban fella and you ain't never been in no type of situations, you ain't never even seen no type of situations, you go over there, you might think it's a living hell. But to somebody who's adapted to that type of environment, they gonna say what they saying. You feel what I'm saying? But don't be trying to fool these people, man. We know what really go down.
Managed to make a public career out of a neighborhood than any average Section 8 housing complex in America because of the stories that come from behind those gates. Some of the audience who hearing these stories are hearing it from some of their favorite rappers. One artist, of course, being Chief Keef, but after him, it was a man who went by the name of Davon Bennett, aka King Von.
I make shake up in broad day. No face ain't no case. Learned that the hard.
This was a man by all accounts was living his raps. Now when King Von was asked about Chief Keef, his answers was rocky, but the love was always there. And with Chief Keef moving and living in California, people deemed King Von as the new face of Oblock. But King Von's rise to fame was abruptly cut after an altercation ensued at a local hookah lounge he wasn't even paid to be at. Now King Von had a tight-knitted crew he would hang with from his neighborhood in Chicago, even when he hit the road out of town. Most notable was a guy named Boss Top, a once close affiliate to Chief Keef, Marcus Smart, aka Muwak, Kevin Jones, aka Oblock Louie, and Mark Blackie, aka Oblock Slutty. And King Von was also big on loyalty, even once seen in the video with his then girlfriend Asia doll, handing out over $100K to even some of the homies we just mentioned while they was inside an apartment in Oblock.
So tell me what you did when you got your first big check.
My first big check was $100,000. I gave my homie them $10,000. They told me like, get everybody out the way with the $100,000.
Oh, okay.
So I sit on my mama, gave her some money, gave my homie them some money. Got a little chain and shit.
But after one night in November in 2020, it seems like a snap of a finger. Everything would end. November 6, 2020, Monaco Hookah Lounge. It was a shooting that took place on a Friday, and a total of 6 people were shot, with 2 being deceased. The 2 deceased persons was Davon Bennett, aka King Von, 26, and Mark Blakely, aka Slutty, 34. May they both rest in peace. I love and condolences to their family.
And you know how loyal you gotta be to your hood or to your friends or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, to the close people with you, to where your first rap check, this is his first big check, you know what I'm saying? Normally, the first thing I feel like people would do would probably pocket it or use it for themselves, you feel what I'm saying? Instead, you know how loyal of a person you gotta be to take your first big check that you ever made, the first time you ever seen this type of large amount of money. And the first thing you think about is going to the hood and going and give it back to your homies, bro. If that don't show you the type of person he was, you know what I'm saying, besides the bad stuff, you know what I'm saying, over that, you know, stories about King Von, we all know him, so it ain't like it's a mystery, y'all know what I'm saying, but besides all that, bro was a solid dude, you know what I'm saying, for him to think about that, like that's the first thing he do with his big amount of money is look out for the people, that in itself just shows a lot about him, you know what I'm saying, real spill.
Now, according to the preliminary investigation, it said that on Friday, November 6, 2020, at around 4 a.m., the GBI was requested to investigate an officer-involved shooting at the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta, Georgia. The preliminary investigation also suggests that Davon Bennett, aka King Von, and a group of men left Opium nightclub and went to Monaco Hookah Lounge on 255 Trinity Avenue. Once there, two men approached another group who was identified as Quando Rondo in the parking lot. The two group of men started to argue with each other, and the argument quickly escalated to gunfire between the two groups.
New at 5:30, there are so many questions on social media surrounding a shooting downtown that killed Chicago rapper King Von and another man. 11 Alive's Latasha Givens has the latest on the investigation tonight.
It's been almost a week since rapper King Von was shot and killed in Atlanta. His death has been a trending topic ever since then. Right now, GBI and APD are both investigating different segments of this case, leading to the arrest of two more people. Police say 26-year-old rapper King Von, whose real name is Davon Bennett, was one of 6 people shot last Friday near Trinity Avenue. Investigators say King Von and 34-year-old Mark Blakely both died after a shootout between two groups of men, but police say the arrest of 22-year-old Timothy Leaks completes the investigation into King Von's murder. But they have not said who was responsible for Blakely's death and for shooting the other victims. In a previous interview, APD says 2 officers responded to the altercation and both fired their weapons, but they didn't know yet if they shot or injured anyone.
We know that they're fired and there's a high probability, but we want to again be sure.
King Von's manager, who goes by 100K Management, has done interviews with hip-hop music insiders like DJ Academics, stating he was grazed by a bullet during the gun battle. But he says most of the bullets sprayed that night came from police.
The shooter already came to the same side he was in and shot him and shot myself. And from there, Von was already on the ground. The police started shooting everything else.
APD requested GBI investigate the officer's use of force in this case, which is common when an officer fires a weapon. But several questions remain, like who are the other surviving victims, who shot them, and what led up to the original confrontation.
There was one additional person that arrived at the hospital who was
a weapon, but several questions remain. And we reached out to King Von's manager and some of his other associates to get their perspective on what happened that night. We'll let you know when we hear back. Right now, Timothy Leaks remains hospitalized, facing several charges, including felony murder.
Now, as mentioned, also Oblock Louie was also shot in the head by police. CPS released the body cam footage I can't show through the YouTube guidelines, but check out some pictures. Now, I also want you guys to hear what Oblock Louie has said after he was shot in the head. Check it out.
Put your fucking hands up, boy! Yeah, I know.
Now, I couldn't play that, but I will let you guys hear what the officer had to say about what happened and him shooting Oblock Louie the same night of the scene. Check it out.
Just give me a brief understanding of what transpired.
I'm literally sitting in my fucking car again on YouTube. A fight breaks out. A dude hops out the car, immediately just starts shooting. So he starts shooting. I get out the car. I don't know where he went, but a security guard like, there he goes. So I immediately start chasing him on foot. Give him a verbal command, stop. He tosses the gun. I'm trying to secure him. Another male, the guy that I shot, he comes from around the corner, and I see the gun in his hand. He just starts shooting into the crowd. At that point, I shoot him.
Okay.
Now that King Von had lost his life, Slutty and Louie get shot in the head after having one altercation with Quando Rondo and his entourage, making one person more famous than his music, a guy who went by the name of Lil Tim, the man who allegedly killed King Von, though some say police did. He would later play key in this video as he was at first charged.
Bro, we all seen the video. Y'all can stop with that, bro. We all seen the same video, bro. That's just pride. I ain't gonna speak too much on that, but that's just pride. You feel me? We all know what really happened, bro.
With murder, but the case was dropped. Now, the situation, according to the feds, is also what led to retaliation from the household name Lord Dirt, who was right now arrested by the feds, who was also close to King Von and had him signed to his label. But since it's an open case, we're gonna leave it at just there. Also, another figure who was around King Von was Muwop, and he would get arrested after his demise for killing their rival FBG Duck in downtown Chicago. But as time goes on, Oblock Louie, being the only real survivor of that fatal night in November 2020, him being shot in the head and blaming police, he started doing interviews and speaking his side. Check out this clip from DJ Vlad as he speak on that fatal night.
Louie, what you went through is really unimaginable.
Facts.
And
Facts.
I know that there was probably some nights that you probably wondered if you could make it through because of all the pain and knowing that you're going to have more surgeries and not knowing if you're going to come out of a surgery, because a lot of times, the type of surgeries you guys are, you had to do, those weren't like broken fingers or, a broken leg. They're actually
Playing
fixing
with my head.
your head and your brain. So was there any brain damage at all?
Nah, I'm surprised it wasn't, but nah, it wasn't really no brain damage.
Okay,
and I'm kind of glad it wasn't.
Did the bullet go into your head or did it get stuck in the skull or what happened?
I think it had just got stuck. Yeah, it had just got stuck.
Did they actually have to remove the bullet fragments out of your head?
I think it's still a little bit in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, was there ever a time where you felt like, man, I can't do this. I just want to check out. I don't want to do any more surgeries. I don't want to go on anymore. This is just too much to bear.
That's deep.
I can't do that because I done came a long way. God done got me too far to even be trying to think like that. So I can't never think like that. When he ready for me, he gonna be ready for me. But I ain't finna just be ready to check out like that. When you ready for me, you ready for me.
Hey man, that's a lot of strength right there. Because a lot of people check out with much more minor situations than yours.
Yeah.
Well, Oblock Louie, man, I appreciate you coming in and sharing your story. King Von is still a very important figure in hip hop and in Chicago. I'm sorry for what you had to go through in terms of not only what happened to you, but essentially your friend who you were living with and Slutty getting killed that same night. And then also Track getting shot in the legs. It is just a worst possible situation over something that honestly didn't even seem like a big deal.
Wasn't about nothing.
Wasn't about nothing. Like seriously, I could imagine if I don't know, someone had stolen millions of dollars or someone had killed your mother or raped your sister or something where it's like, all right, like we really have to take care of this.
Yeah.
Because I can't live with myself if I don't somehow make this right. But if it really was over a girl, the pluses so far are outweighed by the minuses that it just doesn't make any sense.
Hey, I just hope that wasn't what it's about either.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Well, Oblock Louie, man.
That is one thing though, bro. If all that did happen over a female, bro, and I feel like in general, bro, the whole situation, you can't really blame, you know what I'm saying, Lil Tim, because Lil Tim is, I don't even really want to speak on this, but Lil Tim is the person, you know what I'm saying, who started letting off shots first. And of course I see some people saying, oh, well, they were just fighting. I mean, yeah. But you also got to look at it from, you know what I'm saying, the other dude's shoes. Say my brother, right? My brother is a rapper. He made millions of dollars, and I know he in tour with these people. And I'm sleeping in the truck, right? And then all of a sudden I wake up to a whole bunch of noise. and the first thing I see is a big ass crowd of people, and my homie getting punched on. My first instinct is gonna be to defend too. I don't know what's going on out here. You already caught me out my sleep. I'm not really aware. I feel like him being asleep, this whole situation would have been different, bro. If Lil Tim wasn't asleep. I honestly feel like if he was aware of the situation, it would have been less of a panic mode. I feel like it would have been more of everybody know what's going on. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? But you can't blame him, bro. Like I say, like if I'm in his shoes, bro, and I wake up and it's chaos going on immediately. I ain't got that much time to think. I ain't trying to sit here and figure out woo woo wham wham bam bam. My first instinct is I'm finna defend my brother. So I kind of see both sides of how people looking at it, but I always say you're gonna look at it from one side, but you always gotta put yourself in another person's shoes too. You know what I'm saying?
I wish you a speedy recovery for what you're going through. Are they saying the swelling's going to keep going down, or?
Yeah, it should. It should, but like I say, even if it don't go down, man, you just got to be happy to be here and go on with your life, man. That's it.
That's real.
Yeah, man, it's inspirational. Honestly, like talking to you right now and hearing the way you're expressing yourself and the positivity.
Yeah.
Man, there's people who got everything going for them who don't seem like they're as happy as you are right now.
Yeah, man, you gotta stay in that spirit, man, because if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. So.
Yeah, man, well, listen, I wish you all the best, and keep spreading that story about the positivity, because I know there's someone going through, something similar right now, whether they were a shooting victim or going through like something health-wise, and people have brain cancer and kind of go through after similar surgeries. They're seeing you right now and saying, something, if he could go through this and have the type of, attitude that he's having right now, I need to pick myself up.
Hey, for sure. And that's what I'm here for.
That's what it is, man. Pleasure to have you on. Wish you all the best.
But it's after these interviews where things start to get more tricky. You see, almost 4 years later, the murder charge against Lil Tim and the demise of King Von was dropped in October 2024. The next month, November 2024, Oblock Louie would get charged for shooting Lil Tim and get aggravated assault. He was locked up for 4 days in November before getting released on a $10,000 bond. And shortly after, just 3 months later, on the first day of February, it was reported that Oblock Louie had lost his life from complications from the same wound he was allegedly shot in by the police. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. And as we wrap this video up, I want to send love and prayers to anyone we might have affected by talking about this video. We also want to send rest in peace to every lost, fallen victim of this video. Fam, it's time for you guys to let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. We're talking about one man who was arguably the last man standing from that fatal night, and now he lost his life just 4 years later from the same injuries. It's very unfortunate. Y'all let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
If I'm gonna look at it, I wonder, and I don't mean to get super spiritual, but I feel like God gave him a second chance at life, you know what I'm saying? And I wonder if he really took that chance serious. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. I'm sad to hear, you know what I'm saying? You never want nothing like this to happen. I'm just questioning. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean nothing, no disrespect. I don't want nobody taking it the wrong way. But I'm just curious, you know what I'm saying? I wonder what was he doing? You know what I'm saying? Because, God don't play, man. God do not play. That's all I'm going to say about that, man. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe for your boy, man. Join the Dad Boy gang. You feel me? We're on the road to 100 subscribers. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Damo, and I'm out of here. Peace.